fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Tuesday, the 17th of May 2022. I hope you are keeping well. It feels like a Monday here. I have that Monday feeling because yesterday was a public holiday, and so it's time to kind of get back to a normal working day, normal working life. And what's going on? Well, all kinds of bad stuff in the news, making me depressed and feel lethargic and not very enthusiastic at the moment on life. But we only have one life, so we have to try to feel as enthusiastic as we can throughout most of it, right? Sometimes we get a bit down. Hopefully Sudoku can take us through a little bit. What I mean is can sometimes help to concentrate your thoughts on something which is not troubling you, and thereby divert your attention for a while, at least for a while. Take your thoughts away from anything negative for a while. So let's do that, shall we? Let's get on with our game. This is the Guardian medium level for Tuesday. Normally the Tuesday games are pretty easy. Once in a while, I think last week was a trickier one, but I can't remember now. But normally it's a fairly easy game. So if you are new to the game of Sudoku, a very quick explanation. We have 9 squares in each row across, and you can see some of them are already filled in with digits, and our total of digits, not total, but I mean the complete set of digits run from 1 to 9. Same thing in each column, and the same thing for each of these small boxes. 1 to 9 are the numbers that we fit in each row, each column, and each box. Okay, or block I call them usually. So how do we go about finding these numbers? Well, let's say have a look at this have a look at this block down here, which has the digits 1, 3, 4, and 8 already in it. Doesn't yet have digit 7 in it. So what can we say? Well, we can say we have a 7 blocking across this row, meaning now that we have 7 in this row, 7 cannot reappear anywhere else in this row. This row has only 1 7. We have a 7 in this column, meaning 7 cannot appear anywhere else in this column, right? So these squares out, and that leaves just one empty square. We sometimes call it a cell, and we know that that's where our 7 must go because it can't go anywhere else. Okay, got the idea now? Great, now you're a Sudoku expert. Let's get on, shall we? Where does the 9 go in this block up here? Can you find it? Okay, great. Yes, we have the 9 blocking up here and the 9 blocking up here, and so our 9 has to fit in that square there. Okay, so we just go around the board looking for grid, I should call it technically, I suppose. Go around the grid looking for possibilities. Sometimes we find them very quickly, sometimes it takes us a bit longer. Here's an easy one, 5 blocking across this row. Just that 1 5 blocking across this row gives us just one empty square where we can put 5. Now we'll use that 5 that we just placed to bring it back in this direction, and 5 blocking left here. So in this small block down here, we only have 1 square where we can put up 5. Right. Sound a bit disheartened today, don't I? But never mind, things will pick up, I'm sure. Okay, there are 3 numbers missing from here, and the missing numbers are 2, 6, and 9. That's what we need to complete this here block, right? We have everything else. We don't have 2, 6, and 9. Well, we see a 2 here, we see a 6 here, and we see a 9 here. Now, fortunately for us, the 6 and the 9 are in the same column. So when we think about this square down here, we ask ourselves, could it be a 2? Yeah. Could it be a 6? No. Could it be a 9? No. Well, it can't be 6, can't be 9. So 6 and 9 have to be in those squares. This has to be a 2, in fact. It can't be anything else. And now we'll take that 2 and we'll swing it back in this direction. And again, we've got ourselves a single empty square. Just there. Missing numbers from here are what? 1, 3, and 8. And guess what? Very similar to this side. Now we have 3 and 8 in the same column, so we know this square can't be 3, can't be 8, it's got to be a 1. Right. Okay, so we can do a bit in this block here, okay? Now, first of all, we know the missing numbers here are 6 and 7 because that's what we need to complete this column, right? We just have 6 and 7. So 6 and 7 are in these two squares here. There aren't any intersecting 6s or 7s to tell us which is which. But that's okay. We know that these two must be 6 or 7 and cannot be anything else. Now we have a 4 and a 5 both blocking this column here. So these two squares cannot be 4 or 5. And these have to be 6 or 7. So we know that our 4 and 5 are in these two squares here, right? These have to contain 4 or 5. And these have to contain 6 or 7. So what's left? Well, the missing numbers are 1 and 8. Now, so that means 1 and 8 have to fit into these two squares. Now we have a 1 blocking here, so our 1 must go there, and our 8 must fit there. And now we can say 8 blocking down here, so this is our 8 here, and then our 3 will fit there. 3 blocks up here, and 3 blocks across here, so we know that our 3 in fact goes there. Our 1 blocks up here, so this is a 1. Right, okay, and missing numbers up here now are 2 and 6. We have an intersecting 6, so we know our 6 goes there, and our 2 will be in this square here. Right, that went smoothly and swimmingly, didn't it? Now, down here we have only 1 square left for this row, and it's 2. We can work out this square because we know what's missing here, and we can work out this one, or we know what's missing here, and we can work out this one. So 2 ways of doing it. Let's do it this way, shall we? The missing numbers here are 6 and 9. So we have 6 and 9 in this row already, and therefore the missing number here is 4. Okay. Next thing we have to decide is where to look next. I think this column looks promising. We've got 3 empty squares. Let's find out what they are. We are missing 3, 4, and 8. Now that's good because when we look at this square here, we ask ourselves, can it be 3? And the answer is no. In fact, we've got 2 attacking 3s here. Can it be 4? No, it can't be 4 because we've got 4 in this block anyway. So 3 and 4 must be in those squares there, so we know up here. This has to be the last number, which is an 8. Now we can say 8 blocking down here, 8 blocking up here, and 8 blocking across this row gives us an 8 in that square there. Now we know 3 and 4 are here. So what else do we know? Okay, so when we see, okay, so let's do this. Let's look at this block down, this column down here, and look for digit 9, shall we? Now we ask ourselves, we see a 9 in this block here, so we know that this square and this square are immediately forbidden. And we see this 9 here blocking this square here, so in this column, which doesn't yet have a 9, we know that 9 must fit there. And now there's only one number missing here, which is a 6, so we can put that in, and 6 blocking up, 6 blocking down, 6 has to fit there, like that. Now over here, 6 blocking up here and 6 blocking across here, puts a 6 there, and 7 was the last number we needed for this column. Okay. Right, not too many more to go now, but still some wide open areas. Look, actually these 2 blocks, we only have 1 digit for 2 blocks here, which is, so we still have quite a wide open area. Let's double check on what's going on in this block up here. So these 2 missing numbers are 1 and 5. Now we have an intersecting 5 here, so we know our 5 must be in that square, and now 1 must be in this square. Missing numbers up here now are 2 and 7. We can't do anything about that just yet. Okay, now we can, let's have another look at this. We have 3 and 4 in these two squares, right? So these have to be 5 and 9. Okay, so 9 blocks across here, so this square must be our 9, and this has to be our 5, and now we can say 5 blocking across here puts a 5 into that square there, and a 4 here. 4 back this way puts the 4 here, and the 3 here. Okay, it's coming along very nicely now, isn't it? Except for this middle section, we're really completing the wings, but the middle is still very empty, actually. It's going to take like 1 or 2 numbers, and we'll get the rest of them, I'm just convinced. Probably this 9 in the middle is going to help us, is it? Is it or not? Maybe not. Alright, so let's see where we should go next. Okay, the next place we have to find, the next place we will find a digit is in this, one of these 3 squares here. I'll give you a chance to look at it and see what you think, what digit we think we can get next. In fact, we know we can get next. Have a quick look, see if you can find it, and one that's really going to probably give us the key to the whole game. Have you got it yet? Okay, so how do we go about finding what's missing? So, of course, we look along the row and we find that digits 2, 4, and 6 are missing, right? Once we identify that 2, 4, and 6 must be in these 3 squares. Well, when we look down here and see 2 and 4 in the same column, we've already learned this little trick, haven't we? This can't be 2, can't be 4, so we know it has to be a 6. And now that 6 is really going to help us because, look, 6 blocking up here, 6 blocking up here, 6 across here, 6 across here, so we know that in fact a 6 must appear in that square there. We still can't get the 2 or 4 yet. Let's have a look and see what's missing from these 2 squares, shall we? Well, immediately I see 5 is missing, and that's useful because I see a 5 down here. Look, I see 5 blocking across here, 5 up here. So 5 goes here, and now we have just 1 number to complete this row. The missing number is a 3. Okay. Down here, I've forgotten what's missing down here. 1, 3, and 9. No, we don't have enough information yet. We have 3 and 9. That's all. We don't know enough just yet, so we can't finish that off just yet. But what we can do now is the 5 blocks up here, 5 across here, and 5 across here, gives us a 5 in that square there, so we're going pretty well here now. And this is a useful Sudoku trick that you can learn. The missing numbers here were 2 and 7, right? There's just 2 missing numbers for this block here. Now in this row, there are just 2 missing numbers, so they have to be the same candidates. If this is 2 and 7, this is 2 and 7, this also has to be 2 or 7. I know that without even kind of working my way through the numbers. Now I see a blocking 7 down here, so I know immediately this can't be 7. It has to be 2, and that means that the 7 will be here and the 2 to finish will be there. Just a little thing I worked out myself, and I'm sure you could have worked it out yourself as well. Right, where to go now? So we just have to really look at these rows across and see which numbers are missing. So missing from here is 1, 4, and 7, I think. So we've got a 4 and a 7 down here. No information about the 1s. Okay, can't finish it. Up here we are missing 3, 8, and 9. We've got 3 and an 8 in the same column. So this can't be 3, can't be 8, it must be 9 in fact. And that is enough to finish the game now. 9 blocks down here and 9 blocks down here. This is our 9. Missing numbers here are 1 and 3. 3 blocks down here, so this is our 3. And this is our 1. I say it's enough to finish the game. I'm pretty confident it is. I don't think we need any more. 3 now blocking across here and up here, so this is our 3. The last number to get across this row is an 8. 8 blocking down here, up here, and across here, so this is our 8 now. 1 blocks across here and 1 blocks up here, so this is our 1. That's also going to give us a 1 up in this square here. We have just 1 digit missing from this row, which is a 7. 7 blocks up here, putting 7 in that square. The last number here is a 4. 4 blocks this square, so 4 goes here, and the game is finished with a 2. So again, a very straightforward and simple game for a medium level from Guardian on Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you managed to solve it yourself. If not, practice and watch a few more videos on this channel and other Sudoku channels. That's it. Bye bye.